As black people, we cry at racism all the time, but look at how we treat each other. Now, recently in South Africa, a certain club by the name of Zanzou has been in the public eye, has been in the media for all the wrong reasons. Hello there, my name is Janita Maaya. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, take out the time and subscribe, and let's move forward. So, to tell you guys what's happening in South Africa, a certain club called Zanzou has been under the fire because they have been doing horrible, terrible things to their, I guess, club goers. Now, the club was claiming that these are thieves, but then people are saying no, these are people who actually didn't get to clear their bills. Basically, they went there, had a certain number of drinks and they failed to clear their bills. Now, unfortunately, I can't put these videos or these clips up on the screen. I'll do my best to take screenshots and blur out the pictures, but to sort of interpret for you guys what's happening in the videos. I've already watched the videos. To sort of explain what's happening, in one clip, you can see the bouncers, the security team of said club, forcing these men to get bottles and shove them up their behind. Yes. You can see the clip where these men are being forced to masturbate through the behind because they failed to clear certain bills. And you can see that they are so scared. They are going at it like legit. And there's a bunch of black men standing around watching this happen to these guys and actually enforcing it. Now, I was just saying that why is it as black people we are so comfortable with bringing harm to our fellow brothers and sisters? I was actually just about to say that why is it like as black people we sit around and see certain things happen to our fellow countrymen and do nothing about it. When you see this video, guys, I'm going to leave the links in the description box. There are a bunch of men, security guys, standing as they force these men to perform sexual acts on themselves. It's a lineup of them shoving bottles in their behind because these men, these bouncers of the security team, is letting them know that either you do that or you get to face another punishment. So out of fear, these men are having to do that to themselves. In another clip, you can see that they are, is it waterboarding? They are literally waterboarding someone. It's like you're trying to kill someone over what? An unpaid bill? Someone's life is worth a few bottles of alcohol. Now, granted, they are wrong and they're criminals in the eyes of the law. Now, why can't they just do the right thing and bring in security? That is police. Bring in the police to deal with those criminals. Why do they have to take it upon themselves to do some sort of mob justice, which is horrible? Why is it that when it comes to harming our fellow brothers and sisters, we are at the forefront? Now, granted, in some of these clips, you can see the owner. The people have claimed that the owner is a Lebanese man, and then others are saying it's a French man, but the French man has come out to say, oh, I'm not the owner. I left that club a long time ago, right? So on and so forth. The owners, we know that they are foreigners. There's a whole audio, and the Lebanese guy is clearly saying, actually, insert clip. The Lebanese guy is actually saying, oh, there's nothing you can do to me. I take owner. I accept what I did was wrong, but there's nothing you guys can do to me. Now, mind you, there's a whole clip of this person literally stabbing into the behind of these young men. These are young men, guys. If you see these clips, these are young boys. These are young men. And this is happening to them. Now, that's not even the worst of it all, because there's another clip. Like I said, I can't put the clips on here because they're very graphic. You can't even find these clips on Google. You only have to find them on X, because X is not as censored as other social media platforms, right? When you watch the other clip, these grown-ass adults in the security team are forcing these men to masturbate. They're forcing these men to give themselves pleasure as a form of punishment. A bunch of them. You can see another clip where this guy is forcing the other guy to give the other man a kiss. And that got me thinking, why is it that there's so many African men who are very homophobic, but you will see that some want to use being gay as a punishment? Now, before you run off, let me get to my point. Now, mind you, this wasn't even justice. This was more about humiliation, to humiliate these guys and sort of demean them, take away their manhood, strip them of their ego. Do you know what it means to be violated in that manner? Now, those are just men, but can you imagine what they do to the women? And the guy who exposed this was a bouncer who worked there for close to 7 years. Because I actually want to read the statement for you guys. When you see the statement from Zanzou, it's coming up on screen too. He's saying, Zanzou is aware of the circulation of disturbing videos, historical videos, which, depict security personnel employing excessive and violent force in response to the incidents of phone theft by the individuals. So they're claiming these are thieves. That even a thief has human rights. You don't just sexually abuse someone as a form of punishment and hope that they will, recover from whatever it is that they're going through. It doesn't even make sense, right? The Zanzou club didn't deny what happened. They just said they're aware and they had to send these guys away. I could read the whole statement, but that would just take time. But in the second paragraph of the first one, he says, at the time when management became aware of these practices, they knew that the security team was making men force bottles up their behind, was tying men up like they were slaves and stabbing them, was making men kiss themselves, was making men masturbate as a form of punishment. They knew, and they go ahead to say, an immediate investigation was conducted, which resulted in the immediate halting of such, as well as the dismissal of security personnel responsible for their perpetration or something. They knew that this was happening in their club. They kept quiet about it and they fired the people. You don't fire someone who is as evil like that. You don't fire someone who decides to use sexual violence as a form of punishment. Do you know what it means as a man to say, do you know, guys, I don't know. Sexual violation is a whole different type of violation. You don't even wish that on your worst enemy. That's how bad sexual violation is. Now imagine waking up and thinking, this would be such a great form of torture. That's why I want to think that whoever was in charge of coming up with this type of torture is gay himself and is in the closet. I greatly believe this person is hiding out openly as a gay person, and they hate themselves for liking other men, so they decide to humiliate other men so they can feel better about their little selves. That's who they are, and it's not just, this is like psychological torture. They don't want to just beat them and send them to jail. No, they want to torture them psychologically. They want to break them, not physically. They want to break them using their mind. Because if you break a man like that, if you force someone to engage in gay activities and they have no choice but to engage in it because they fear for their lives, what do you think is going to happen after? Mind you, these people disappear, right? They had to literally hold a press conference and say, if you've been sexually assaulted, please come forward so that we can bring a case against this club and not let them walk free. Because which man is going to go ahead and report and say, these guys forced me to shove a bottle up my ass, or these guys forced me to masturbate, or these guys forced me to kiss my fellow man? Do you know how hurtful that is? Do you know how stupid it is of the other bouncers of the security team to do something like that? Why? What's the point? Why would you hate your fellow brother to do something as horrible as that? Why would you hate them? You know what? Sometimes you think like the biggest lie we will tell ourselves is that, if businesses were black owned, then the world would be such a better place. But it's the black owned businesses. Now, I know it's owned by a foreigner, but if you see the guys doing these despicable acts, and you can't tell me, they forced them to torture the other guys. Come on. Come on, these are grown-ups. What do you mean they forced you to touch another man to make him masturbate so that you can kiki, you can laugh about it to please your master? Instead of looking out for your fellow black people, yes, okay, fine, they've stolen the phone, they're thieves in the club. Okay, take them to court. Take them to court. There are proper procedures on how you can go about this thing. I'm not taking justice into your own hands. I saw this video, and when I tell you I was so mad, I contemplated about talking about this video on here, But someone said, you know what, just do the video. The least you can do is that you bring awareness to such stupidity, right? So this is me doing my part. Guys, I hope they arrest those guys. I hope they do. Because you can't be going around and making someone's son do something as stupid as that. This is not even a reaction. This is me just giving you guys my opinion, because that's how mad I am. Like, I am so mad. I watched those clips and I was so mad. Nothing will prepare you. By the way, what's that disclaimer? Graphic content or something. Like, don't watch it if you have a soft heart. Don't do it to yourself, because there's no turning back from that stupidity. From seeing your fellow black people treat other black people like that, nothing is gonna bring you back. There's a whole other clip where they tied this man up like he was. Do you know there are pictures of how slaves were being tied up? That's how they tied up that man. There's a whole thing where they have these kinky things where they put the man apart. They're undressing these men so they can torture these men. Do you know how crazy that is? Do you know how stupid that is? Do you know how evil? That is evil. That is pure being evil. That is too much hatred for your own brother, for your fellow black brother. It is hatred. And for standing there and letting these foreigners do what they do, that is pure hatred. Now, I wish I would put up the videos of the bouncer who exposed the club, but unfortunately they're really long. But they'll be in the description box if you guys need them. I'm going to do what I can to insert what I can to the best of my abilities, because I don't want YouTube taking this video down. For the longest time, Africa went through so much in general. Like, we as a group of people have gone through so much. Colonialism. South Africans have gone through so much in terms of apartheid, the discrimination. There's so much more that the African continent has gone through for things like this to be happening, for us to turn against each other and treat each other like this. Honestly, we need to do better. We really need to do better. We can't keep crying about change and then we go ahead and treat each other like we're trash. No, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't. I do want to read some tweets for you guys that we can kind of like get. Someone is saying Zanzou is proof that clubbing is the most useless activity. True. I'm not one. It's not the life for me, but I have my opinions about it. It's not employment, just suffering, just wasting money on overpriced alcohol and fake alcohol, mind you. Junk food and cheap women, not worth it. And the other lady was saying this whole Zanzou incident is proof that sexual assault. There's a clip of a guy defending himself, how he's a student from the university, but you can see that he's undressed and they beat him up. Mind you, this is a developing story because that bouncer is still dropping receipts. This I can post because there's no nudity. Oh, there's nudity. Okay, now I can post that. People are evil. There are evil people out there in this world. There are evil people out there in this world who are walking among us. People with dark hearts. And I rebuke them in the name of Jesus. That's what I need to do. Before I log off, this isn't even the first time this club has been in the news, because before there's a lady who came out, a waitress, talking about unfair treatment at her workplace. There's a whole story about that. Then there's another one there was a story, a rumor, everything allegedly. There was a rumor that they were spiking drinks for the girls at that bar. So honestly, now that they've exposed the behind the scenes of the videos, I'm not surprised that they were doing all this. They could have been even raping girls. Like, I hate to see what they've done to the girls. If this is what they're doing to the men, if they're making the men shove Savannah bottles up their behinds. Guys, that is it from me. I hope you enjoyed this video. This is a sad one. I don't even have much to say. Just I'm hoping that whoever was sexually assaulted in this club, finds healing. I hope that they move past this. I hope that they know that they are so much more than what just happened to them at that club. And I hope that the criminals behind this club are brought to justice. I hope they see the justice. I hope they see they face. I hope so, because you can't do this to people, to human beings. Where I feel like people are forgetting. Why is there disregard for human life, guys? You know that you have one life, right? Once it's gone, it's gone. Why do people treat it so lightly? Okay, guys, that's it from me. Thank you so much. Let me know what you think in the comment section. I'll see you next time. Bye.